Hello, beautiful souls. Nicole Freed here. A little daily Zen for you. Help balance your soul, balance your mind, balance your body. Just a little advice from the cosmos. As above, so below. We've got our emotional moon, the kind of filter that our emotions are running through right now collectively, running through the fiery sign of Aries, the later degrees today till the end of the day. If you're in Eastern Standard Time, I think it's sometime between midnight and 1. It shifts, I forget the exact time, into Taurus. And if you're in a different time zone, obviously you could maybe get a little bit of that Taurus moon while you're still awake today. But for now, we are moving through those later degrees of Aries, causing several connections, creating several connections. We're all about creation right here, right now, right? But this moon in Aries, yesterday it was conjuncting Chiron, our wounded healer, so and opposing Venus in Libra. So you could have felt yesterday maybe a little sense of maybe you were taking a little bit of extra time to kind of nurture your own wounds, really kind of take care of self. Aries is all about self. Chiron, you're trying to heal self in order to help others. Venus across the way over in Libra. So it's kind of finding that balance in between what you need for yourself, what you love, want, and desire, and having all of those things kind of create balance in our relationships, making sure you're not so focused on yourself that you're not thinking of the other, because we kind of need to do both. So with today, with that opposition between Chiron and Venus being exact, you could notice some of the things that came up yesterday that maybe you went a little bit more inward with and taking care of yourself. You could have noticed today, earlier, really any point, maybe later on today, that some of those triggers that you were working on soothing, maybe today it's been a little bit more about other people and soothing your own triggers, so you can have a balanced relationship with other people and you're not, kind of firing at each other back and forth. With the moon in the later degrees of Aries, today it is conjuncting Eris, the goddess of discord, and causing a square to Pluto. Transformation. What this means is we really want to kind of own those irritable facts in our feelings and our emotions, and in the patterns that we've been working on restructuring and repatterning, the growth that we're working on as we're all constantly evolving and shedding old skins and figuring out how to be comfortable in the new ones, and then before you know it, those are falling off, and where do you go? But while we're doing this, we want to really kind of watch when we do get that tone of irritability, or that I don't even want to say a tone. When I say tone, I'm not necessarily saying from our verbal, what we're verbalizing, or expressing outwardly, but it could be just what we're kind of expressing to ourselves inwardly. And maybe it's kind of like a frustration or aggravation, like, why is nothing going right today? My son woke up this morning and said, "Mom, it's a really weird day." He said all these, it's just, he's really trying to kind of, he's 16, trying to learn how to become, an adult soon, and, trying to change his habits and his routines. And he did notice some conflict with that today and how he was kind of starting to go off. That square to Pluto is kind of reminding us, no matter what we're dealing with ourselves and our emotions, we really want to make sure that we're staying true and authentic to our transformation, and really presenting ourselves, with that authoritarian piece. When you go out in a professional setting, or with friends, or in a social setting, you kind of present yourself and and expect people to you're kind of, trying to put up an image, right? We're always acting a little bit in a way, but you're kind of trying to withhold that image. And it's kind of saying, like, you want to make sure we're staying steady and withholding that image that we're trying to create when we're out in public, and kind of utilizing that at home too. Sometimes, we can be, when we're, putting our masks on for the world, and then sometimes at home, it's a little bit different. And honoring that everybody's kind of going through their own feelings, their own transformation. It's all kind of like everybody has feelings. Personally, I've really been working on boundaries. And while I've been, working really hard on how I communicate with my 16-year-old in particular, I've noticed that sometimes some of my own, healing and processing, when I get that irritation, we tend to take things out on those that are closest to us. The poor cats. Oh my goodness, cats. I thought, I'm getting so annoyed at poor Maggie, and she's just like, Mom. She's just saying, Mom, I love you. Can I have a hug? So kind of just taking a time out, taking a breath. Everybody's changing so much. Nothing's ever going to be the same. We're constantly breaking through, breaking out this, Saturn square Uranus all year into next year. It's breaking down the old structures and creating new ways and new lives. And you can't keep doing things the way you used to. And it takes a little while and a little adjustment to get there, but you will, I promise. So really keep focused on, that kind of, using the fire energy that is coming up to move forward with your goals, and making sure that you're taking that breath before you get too feisty or fiery with anybody the remainder of that day, because that Pluto square moon conjunct Aries, it can bring some heavy stuff up. It can bring some really combative or conflictive type energy up. And it's not saying that, everything's going to be easy and breezy and, nothing's ever going to come up that you're going to have to deal with. That's not what the energy is saying at all. It's saying when it comes up, you have the power and the strength to kind of take that breath and handle yourself in a more I'm just going to say it, grown-up manner. How do you want the world to look at you? How do you want the world to see you? And just keep keeping on. The mutable energy. We'll talk about that more in the next couple days, but it's this nodal axis that I've been talking about all this year, this Gemini information coming in, Sagittarius, the old stuff releasing out. We are purging so much these next few months for the rest of the year, and I want to just encourage you all to keep going, to give yourself credit for everything you've already released, to give yourself a pat on the back for staying mindful and continuing to move forward with what continues to purge, and keeping your balance and keeping your ground and your patience. I do apologize, I haven't done one of these in a few weeks. I did have to take a time out for my own self-care for a bit. But really, when that release comes and you have so much purging out, you gotta ride it out, let it flow, let it go, let the new stuff come in. And who cares? I'm gonna tell you right now, with the Virgo energy, try not to be nitpicky of the stuff that really doesn't matter anymore. Be nitpicky about the stuff that does matter, that's gonna help you get to where you're trying to go and blossom and bloom with your life, with your healing, with your balance with self, and your balance with others. Thank you so much for joining me. When the moon moves into Taurus later, it will be more grounded. Tomorrow will definitely, starting off in the morning, we'll have, moon trine the sun. So that will, emotionally really, give us a little bit more stability and direction with with everything we're trying to figure out and overcome. It is this Aries right now. It is pretty trigger happy. So if your thoughts are going a mile a minute, if you saw how the planets were hitting my chart right now, trust me, I understand. Just know that it is going to ease up when the moon moves into Taurus, into tomorrow. And to just keep taking those breaths, those timeouts, a little meditation break. Bringing in that pink light to your heart center. So I want you to just, everybody, let's just take one big deep breath before we get going here. You see all of your crowns opening up, your roots opening, connecting to the core of the earth. And while you breathe in and out, you're watching a soft, beautiful pink light, so warm, so caring, so soothing. Coming down from source, coming down from the ethers, coming down from your higher self, this loving, exceptional, unconditional, loving and healing energy. And it's coming down your crown and flowing through your head, into your arms, and lungs, and torso, digestive organs, reproductive organs, legs, feet, going deep, deep to the earth. Feel that loving stability, that groundedness, that care. Remember, you can do it. You can always connect to the space of feeling this. Does it feel a little bit better than how we started? Oh, so much appreciation for all of you choosing to be here with me. I'm working really hard to try to stay committed to, just talking to you guys for myself, even if no one ends up taking a peek at it. So again, thank you all. So much love.